Days of Our Lives spoilers. Bill Hayes' final bow. As Doug Williams closes chapter on iconic supercouple Doug and Julie. Bill Hayes' final appearance as Doug Williams marks the end of the iconic supercouple Doug and Julie on Days of Our Lives. On Thursday, July 11, Days of Our Lives will show Bill Hayes' last appearance as Doug Williams, marking the end of the 50-plus-year supercouple Doug and Julie. Bill Hayes first came to Salem on February 5, 1970 as Bill Horton's cellmate, a shifty character hoping to marry a wealthy widow, Susan. She wasn't interested but paid Doug to seduce Julie, Susan Seaforth Hayes, away from another man. Days of Our Lives spoilers and highlights for July 11. Doug agreed but then fell in love with Julie. Their relationship was rocky. Doug married Julie's mother and had a child with her, and they both married other people. But in 1981, Doug and Julie married for the last time and stayed together. Bill Hayes passed away in January 2024, and due to the show's filming schedule, their final scene airs Thursday. Chad, Billy Flynn, wanted to dig up Abigail's Marcy Miller grave to see if Clyde, James Reed, was telling the truth about her not being dead. He convinced Abigail's father, Jack, Matthew Ashford, to help. They now face the grim task of exhuming the grave, unsure if they'll find an empty coffin, something unexpected, or Abigail herself. It's hard to say which outcome would be worse. Meanwhile, Bob, Blake Barris, tells Jada, Elia Cantu, that he knows who killed Remington Hoffman. However, if the killer learns he's been talking, will he survive long enough to decide his future? A surprise visitor will answer that question. Lastly, Leo Greg Ricard continues his therapy sessions with Dr. Evans, Dider Hall, always feeling better about himself. He's heading into another session, eager to discover more about his amazing self. Days of Our Lives July 10 recap. In yesterday's Days of Our Lives, Leo writes a column about Gabi exposing EJ while in the square. Sander, shirtless, jogs over and asks for Leo's water, which Leo watches him drink with interest. Sander invites Leo to the pub for a drink, but Leo declines, surprising himself. At the pub, Bonnie is shocked that Theresa agreed to sign the prenup and warns Justin she might still be after Alex's money, but she might also have good intentions. She leaves to meet Sarah for wedding planning. Theresa flirts with Alex and brings up the prenup, calling it insulting. Alex reassures her it's necessary. Maggie brings the prenup, and Theresa reluctantly agrees to sign it. Chad tells Kayla over the phone that Paulina is expediting his request to exhume Abby's body, but there's a delay. Jack bursts in, furious, demanding answers. Chad reveals Abigail might be alive and shows Jack a video of an obscured blonde woman. Bonnie arrives at Sarah's with bridal magazines and suggests a double wedding. Sarah reminds her of the conflicts between Sander, Theresa, and Alex, but Bonnie insists it could bring the family together. At the Kyriakis mansion, Theresa learns the prenup says she gets nothing if she commits fraud or adultery. She questions Alex, who assures her it's standard. They joke about making those their vows before Theresa signs. At the pub, Justin remembers holding Alex as a baby. Sander joins him, and Justin is surprised Xander rejected Victor's money. They discuss Victor's secret about Alex's paternity. After Leo finishes his column, a fit man named Carrie approaches, revealing he's a fan of Leo's work. They flirt and agree to go somewhere private. At the mansion, Theresa and Alex discuss wedding dates with Maggie and consider Bonnie's double wedding idea. Alex is hesitant, but Maggie suggests it could unite the family. Justin reassures Sander about his place in the family. At her apartment, Sarah discusses the double wedding idea with Sander, who is initially resistant, but eventually agrees for Sarah's sake. Leo and Carrie flirt in Leo's room, and Carrie reveals he's a big fan of Leo's column. They share a passionate kiss. Justin finds out Theresa signed the prenup, and Alex and Theresa agree to the double wedding. Lonnie calls Sarah, who also agrees. Jack reluctantly agrees to exhume Abigail's body with Chad. At the cemetery, Jack and Chad prepare to open the coffin.